So, students, now that we are done with the theory of direct and indirect speech, let us go for some sentences and how we solve them. Now, when I am solving these, I request all of you to keep the notes that you have just copied in front of you so that you can correlate what I am talking about and how these words are getting transformed. Now, in these sentences, I'll go very slow and tell you what I am thinking, how I am thinking, and at what pace you should attempt this topic. Okay, the first one. The principal said, "Are all students prepared for the forthcoming examinations?" Okay, the principal said, "Are all students prepared?" So this is a question. Now, because this is a question, you will be using the word asked. Okay, and this question was asked to the students. So what will the answer be? The principal asked the students whether they were prepared. Are will become were. Past tense. Present becomes past. Whether they were prepared for the forthcoming examinations. Okay. The answer, I'll repeat the answer. It is the principal asked, because it is a question, asked the students whether they were prepared for the forthcoming examinations. Okay. The second one. Mr. Khanna said, "Boys, you should travel with proper tickets." Now, how it should strike you, see the word should. Okay? The word should calls for advised. Okay? So, Mr. Khanna said to the boys, "You should." So, it is an advice. So, you will write, Mr. Khanna advised the boys that they should travel with proper tickets. Or, you can write, Mr. Khanna advised the boys to travel with proper tickets. Okay? So, Mr. Khanna advised the boys that they should travel with proper tickets, or Mr. Khanna advised the boys to travel with proper tickets. Alright? The third one. Mother said, "Let's plan a family outing." Now, what should strike you is the word let's. Because there is the word let's, it is a suggestion. Right? So you will say, Mother suggested that we should plan a family outing. Yeah, Mother suggested us that we should plan a family outing. Okay? Or Mother suggested to us. You can write it in any way. Suggested word is very important. Okay? The king said, "Attack the enemy at once." Obviously, it is a command. So you will write, the king commanded to attack the enemy at once. The king commanded to attack the enemy at once. Okay? The fifth one. The minister said, "Please trust the government." The minister said, "Please." So it is requested. Okay? So you can write it in two ways. See, the minister requested the people to trust the government, or the minister requested to trust the government. Either ways it is okay. Or you can write, the minister requested them to trust the government. That is also okay. Okay? Requested is the keyword in this. Ram said, "Hooray, we won the match." Remember, hooray, and there is an exclamatory mark over here. Okay? So it is exclamatory and hooray, so it is with joy. So you will write, Ram exclaimed with joy that they won the match. Ram exclaimed with joy that they, we becomes they. So Ram exclaimed with joy that they won the match. Okay? Seventh one. Tom said to Jerry, "You cannot save yourself today." Now see, the first thing that comes to my mind is, there are two people mentioned. Tom is mentioned, Jerry is mentioned. So, if I want to use the word told, there is one more condition that I have to fulfill, which is that condition is that, think, it should be assertive type 1 kind of a sentence. So, I will check whether it is any other type of sentence or not. See, is it an interrogative sentence? No. Is it an exclamatory sentence? No. In assertive, is it a command? You cannot save yourself today? No. Is it an order? You cannot save yourself today? No. Is it a request? Can I see the word please? No. Is it an advice? Is the word should given? No. Is it a suggestion? Is the word let's given? No. Is it an apology? Apologized or regretted? Sorry? No. So because it is none of the second type of assertive, it is assertive type 1. So both conditions are fulfilled. It is assertive type 1 also, and first and second person both are mentioned. Okay. So because these two conditions are fulfilled, we will be using the word told. Okay. So Tom said to Jerry will become Tom told Jerry that. Okay. So we have understood it is told. Tom told Jerry that. You will become he. Cannot save yourself. Cannot present tense. Could not past tense. That he could not save yourself will become himself. That he could not save himself today becomes that day. So Tom told Jerry that he could not save himself that day. Okay, so see, you have to break it up in small parts. Take one word at a time. Think one thing at a time. Tom said to Jerry. So first I thought I should confirm whether it is said, exclaimed, asked, requested, suggested or anything else. So then I concluded that because this is an assertive simple sentence and both are mentioned, so I'll use the word told. Then you becomes he, Jerry. So he. Cannot, past tense, could not. Yourself will become himself. Today will become that day. Okay, so go very, very slow, word by word. Okay, and you'll never go wrong. The 8th one. The shopkeeper said, I will shut the shop at 8 p.m. today. Sorry, tomorrow. It is an assertive sentence. Okay. Is this a command? No. Order, request, wish, advice, apology, regret, ye wo kuch nahi hai. It is a simple sentence. So, the shopkeeper said that I will become he. So the shopkeeper said that he would. Will become would. Remember in tenses, if you are sitting with the notes, in future tense, will and shall become would and should. So will becomes would. The shopkeeper said that he would shut the shop at 8 p.m. Tomorrow becomes the following day. Tomorrow becomes the following day or the day after. So the answer to this will be the shopkeeper said that he would shut the shop at 8 p.m. the following day or the next day or the day after. Alright. The 9th one. The teacher said, comma, inverted commas, students, submit the project today. Haven't I given you enough time? Now see, when you have two sentences, you approach it in the same way and you'll just add and also to join the second sentence. Alright. The teacher said, students, submit the project today. So this part, it is an order given by the teacher to the students. So you'll write, the teacher ordered the students to submit the project. Today will become that day. So the teacher ordered the students to submit the project that day. Now this is interrogative, so asked. And also asked if he or she had not. Have not will become had not. So hadn't. If she or he hadn't given them, you will become them, students, enough time. Okay. So the teacher ordered the students to submit the project that day and also asked whether or if he or she hadn't given them enough time. Alright? Simple if you go slow. It's complicated if you want to do it all at once. Alright? The 10th sentence. The watchman said, I have been awake all night. The answer is, the watchman said that I will become he. Watchman, so he. Have been will become had been. So he had been awake all night. Okay? So see, if you see, when I was giving you answers, I was also doing one word at a time. You do the same and your answers will definitely be correct. Now, what I'll do is, I'll give you all the answers together. You can verify if you've written the answer or write when I am dictating this. Alright, the first one. The principal said, are all students prepared for the forthcoming exams? The principal asked whether or if all students were prepared for the forthcoming examinations. The second one. Mr. Khanna said, boys, you should travel with proper tickets. Mr. Khanna advised the boys to travel with proper tickets. Third, mother said, let's plan a family outing. Mother suggested to plan a family outing. The king said, attack the enemy at once. The king commanded to attack the enemy at once. Fifth, the minister said, please trust the government. The minister requested to trust the government. Ram said, hooray, we won the match. Ram exclaimed, because it is exclamatory, exclaimed with joy that they won the match. See, one past tense, so we write it in the past tense only. Tom said to Jerry, you cannot save yourself today. Tom told Jerry, because it is two people and assertive type 1 kind of a sentence. So, Tom told Jerry that he could not save himself. Today becomes that day. 8. The shopkeeper said, I will shut the shop at 8 p.m. tomorrow. The shopkeeper said that he would shut the shop at 8 p.m. the following day. Okay? 9. The teacher said, students, submit the project today. Haven't I given you enough time? The teacher ordered the students to submit the project that day. Today becomes that day. And also asked, hadn't she given or hadn't he given them enough time? Or you can write, and also ask whether she or he hadn't given them enough time. 10. The watchman said, I have been awake all night. The watchman said that he would have been that he had been awake all night. Alright, so that was direct and indirect speech. If you don't get it in the first go, see it twice, thrice, 5 times, 10 times till you get a proper hang of it. In most exams, this is a compulsory question. So don't let go of it. If it is difficult, read it 10 times, it will become easy. Alright, so that's it for now. This is Ronak Shah signing off. I hope you understood the topic properly and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.